Do you ever feel like if something isn't fun, you just can't keep going? And then you beat yourself up for not being disciplined enough? You might find yourself thinking, why is it that I need to be having a good time all the time? Or why is it that I need to be happy all the time? Shouldn't I just be able to push through like everyone else seems to? A client of mine wrestles with this every single day. She loves what she does, but the second something starts to feel heavy or boring or repetitive, her energy tanks. And then, to make matters worse, she spirals into guilt, wondering what's wrong with her and why it is that she needs everything she does to be fun in order to be able to stick with it. She feels like this aspect of her personality is a flaw. And some of you might be thinking that it is too. And you're both wrong. Because here's the truth. Some brains are wired for enjoyment. For these people, fun isn't a luxury. It is fuel. When you try to prove that you don't need it, you're fighting against your wiring. And that never works. That would be like asking someone who thrives on structure to suddenly love chaos. It just does not work. The key is to stop shaming yourself for what your brain needs and to start working with it. Instead of saying, I shouldn't need fun, try asking yourself, how can I make this process more enjoyable, more social, or more engaging so that I'll actually follow through? When you design for your wiring, consistency gets so much easier. This is one of the most important hacks in understanding how to be successful. It never works long term to try to expect yourself to do something that is incongruent with the way that your brain naturally works. You have to understand what your brain needs and then learn how to leverage those things so that you can be successful in the things that you try to do. If you're someone who craves fun, stop apologizing for it. You don't need to prove that you can succeed without it. So for example, if you hate doing chores, if you hate cleaning the house, instead of just expecting yourself to like grind through it because you know you need to do it, you can do things to make it fun. You can do it with one of your kids or with your spouse or your partner so that you have some social interaction while you're doing it. You can put on fun music to make it more enjoyable, or an audiobook. If exercise is hard for you, you can go to classes where you're interacting with other people, or you can exercise with a buddy. If you're feeling like your life is really mundane or humdrum, or if you're bored with what's going on, that's a pretty good sign that you're not living consistently with the needs that your brain has. So making sure that you understand that your brain needs to be having fun and to enjoying things. This is one of the really important things about this temperament, is that when they are enjoying what they're doing, they will go and go and go. Lots of times, these people who are O's in my core model will start thinking that they just can't follow through with anything, or they can't overcome the addiction that they're struggling with, or they can't stick in a relationship. The key to that is giving your brain what it needs, or them giving their brains what their brains need. It is true that when something feels boring or mundane or isn't enjoyable for any multitude of reasons, the O brain does have a really hard time sticking with it. On the other hand, as long as you're enjoying what you're doing, an O will go and go and go and go. In fact, it becomes really difficult to pull these people away from things that they're enjoying doing. Just one more game, one more round, one more mile, one more whatever. I'm an O, and frequently I'll be out on a bike ride, and if I'm having a good time, I'll just keep going, and I'll go some more miles or whatever, and then I'll come home, and my wife will say something like, let me guess, you were feeling really good today, or something like that, because that's how the O works. When you can find the enjoyment in an activity, it is a huge hack to being able to persevere and persevere and persevere. So if you're someone who craves fun, please stop apologizing for it. You do not need to prove that you can succeed without it. The truth is, the more fun you allow yourself to have, the more consistent and successful you'll actually be. Fun isn't your weakness, it's your edge. Take the free core assessment to find out if you might be an O. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to find out more about temperament, you can subscribe and watch our other videos on temperament.